welcome to the next class where we'll dive into the polygon tool and the star tool. So where you can find these, if you find your ellipse tool or it might be a rectangle tool on your side panel here, you can click and hold that open and you can scroll down and you can see the polygon tool and the star tool. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to click this button here. It'll actually drag the menu out so I can access all these functions easily. So now I can access the polygon tool. So if I drag out the polygon tool, I can create, well, a polygon. Now what's cool about the polygon tool is it can create any type of polygon. You can create a triangle, a square, a pentagon, hexagon, decagon. It can have an infinite number, I don't know about infinite, but a lot of sides to it up until you create almost a perfect circle. So how do we adjust these points? Okay, first way, we created our shape. We let go. All right. Now what can we do with that? You see on this corner it actually has some widgets. It has a widget here that controls all corners, just like a rectangle. It allows me to round each of the corners independently, but just using this one corner. Not independently, just all corners at once. So that's pretty cool. It's a live shape. It means it has function to change at any point in time. All right, a second widget here is one that we didn't see in the rectangle tool. It is an edge widget. What this does, it actually has a plus or minus symbol. It actually adds points or subtracts points to our polygon. So it can go up to 11 sides and down to 3 sides. All right, so if we open that back up, straighten those corners, and we can increase the sides, make a stop sign pretty easily. We can bring it down, make a yield sign pretty easily, round those corners a little bit to make that yield sign like that. All right, so that's pretty cool. But the same thing applies to these corners as it did with the rectangle. If I wanted to create a different type of corner, I can hold Alt and click on that widget and it'll change to the next corner type in the list, which is the inverted round. So now I can make a very complicated shape like that. But again, this is a live shape. So if I wanted to increase the corners, I can increase the sides like that really easily, really fun. I can make it a very complicated, more of like a gear like that. That's pretty cool. All right, so that's our polygon shape. One other thing that I wanted to show you is that if you use the polygon tool, you can actually adjust the sides as we're creating the shape. You use the keyboard up and down arrows. So if I am holding onto the shape, I'm going to press up to increase the amount of sides and press down to decrease. So I can add more points or more sides than 11 points when I use the arrow keys, but it sort of stops it with the live shape functions there. All right, let's jump into the star tool. The star tool also works the same way. If I'm dragging it out, let go, it is now a shape. It's an expanded shape. It doesn't have those live corners anymore. So how can we adjust this star? All right, we want to adjust this star as we're creating it. So if we click the star tool and we drag it out, we can increase the amount of points with the up and down arrows. So I can increase the amount of points. What if I think that the star, the distance between the center points and the outer points is too far? How do I adjust that? So right now everything is scaling proportionally, but what if I only want to scale the outer points and I want to bring them back? What I can do is I can hold the control key, and at this one it locks the center points and only allows me to adjust the outer points. So I can create a circle or a star like this. So I can make it a little less. So now what can I do? Since the shape is expanded, I still have the ability to use live corners. If I hit the direct selection tool, the A key, now you can see that all the widgets pop up. So I can select them all and I can round them all at one time, like that, and create a sort of gear shape. Now what's really cool about this, I can create a very very clean gear shape by holding Alt and changing the corner points to a flat edge. So I made a really awesome gear shape. What if I didn't want a different size? I can just make a different size, decrease the amount, hold Control, bring them in a bit, hit A on my keyboard, hit Alt to make a chamfered edge, and there we go, bring them in. So again, we built a couple different types of gear shapes with the star tool. So the star isn't just for the star, but you can make many different things. So let's make a little badge there. So we can make a little badge, like an I'm number 1 badge. Good work badge, because you guys are all doing great work. All right, so that's pretty much what I wanted to show you with the star tool and the polygon tool. For this class, what I want you to do is play around with the polygon tool and the star tool and see what you can come up with. Definitely there's a lot you can do with them, a lot more than what I've shown you, but as you play around with the live shapes and live corners, you can create some really interesting shapes out of these basic shapes. And something that would take you a long time with the pen tool, actually you can make in no time at all with basic shapes and the live shapes feature in Adobe Illustrator. So play around with it, and I can't wait to see you in the next class.